What's up, guys? The 2018 NFL season was a blast in more ways than one. Patrick Mahomes came out of nowhere to emerge as the face of the NFL. Baker Mayfield made the Cleveland Browns fun again. Drew Brees broke more records. Oh, and the New England Patriots added another cherry on top of their dynasty. That said, the 2018 season didn't come without controversy, incidents, and other problems. The hope here is that the league and its players can learn from recent mistakes and piece together a special 2019 season. With that being said, we hope we don't encounter these 10 things throughout the 2019 NFL campaign. Make sure to subscribe to TPS and put on your notifications because we post videos all the time. Make sure to comment your video ideas down below. We'll be looking, and if we choose your idea, we'll give you a shout out in the video. Number 10, the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, sorry to be harsh, but we just don't want to watch the Miami Dolphins at all in 2019. If there has ever been an obvious case of a team trying to tank before the start of a season, it's this year's Dolphins. I mean, they cut ties with starting QB Ryan Tannehill, as well as leading receiver Danny Amendola and lead rusher Frank Gore. They also moved on from Pro Bowl pass rusher Cameron Wake and standout defensive end Robert Quinn. The Dolphins are rolling with the QB duo of Ryan Fitzpatrick and sophomore Josh Rosen. New head coach Brian Flores has very little talent to work with here. And did we mention the Dolphins are going to be horrible? Thankfully, the Dolphins only have one primetime game this year, a Week 8 Monday nighter on the road against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Other than that, we'll do our very best to not watch the Dolphins at all in 2019. Tank jobs aren't really fun to watch, so we're just being honest. Number 9, the same old Browns. The Browns have been an NFL laughingstock for the bulk of the past 30 years. They haven't made the playoffs since 2002. They haven't won a postseason game since 1994. The Browns last reached the AFC Championship game way back in 1989. Well, there's plenty of buzz in the land now, and rightfully so. The darlings of the 2019 offseason acquired Pro Bowl receiver Odell Beckham Jr. to complement Baker Mayfield, Jarvis Landry, and Nick Chubb on offense. That was only the start of what would be a busy offseason for John Dorsey. The Browns beefed up their pass rush by adding Sheldon Richardson and Olivier Vernon to complement Myles Garrett. They also drafted stud corner Greedy Williams, who should be a nice complement to Denzel Ward. With all this world-class talent, the Browns are expected to make a run at the playoffs in 2019. And the thing is, every non-Browns fan should be happy for this team if they actually go far. They've been a mess for so long, and their fans deserve to see a winner once and for all. So on that note, we sincerely hope we don't have to see the same old Browns. They could very well crumble under all the pressure, fall flat in their faces, and miss the playoffs again. But we don't want to see that. We want to see a star-studded team come through once and for all. You guys got this. We believe in you. Number 8, boring primetime games. We get it. Not every single Sunday night football game will live up to the hype. Only a handful of Monday nighters will be worth watching. And we've just come to accept that most Thursday night games will suck as well. But my God, it just feels like the primetime games get worse and worse every year. There were way too many blowouts during primetime contests last year. So for once, can we be entertained with some quality Monday, Thursday, and Sunday night football games? We're sure excited about a handful of primetime matchups, including the Bears, Packers, and Steelers Patriots Week 1 NBC broadcast. We cannot wait to see Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes on Sunday Night Football, as well as Tom Brady versus Lamar Jackson. Sign us up. Deshaun Watson versus Drew Brees on Week 1 on Monday Night Football. Can't wait. Please, can these games just live up to the hype? We want to see these games go down to the wire. For once, we don't want to be disappointed with all these primetime contests. Number 7, another Andrew Luck injury. The Indianapolis Colts star quarterback missed half of 2015 with a kidney injury. He simply wasn't his usual self in 2016. Then Luck had to miss all of 2017 as he recovered from off-season shoulder injury. Luck bounced back with a monster season in 2018, tossing 4,593 yards and 39 touchdowns against 15 interceptions. He guided the Colts to the playoffs, and they managed to reach the divisional round before falling to Patrick Mahomes' Kansas City Chiefs. Unfortunately, Luck may struggle to stay on the field yet again in 2019. He was dealing with a nagging calf injury throughout the preseason, and the Colts are unsure if he'll be ready for Week 1. That's a big sigh. For once, we want to see this perennial MVP candidate stay fully healthy and get the chance to lead his team to a Super Bowl. Colts fans have waited impatiently to see a healthy Luck, but he just can't stay on the field. Here's hoping he's healthy and productive for most of the 2019 season. Luck doesn't deserve to lose another prime year because of injuries. He's missed enough time already. Number 6, star running backs getting into trouble. There's been a frustrating recent history of big-named running backs getting themselves into trouble throughout the years. In 2014, Ray Rice threw his career away after footage was released of him knocking out his girlfriend unconscious and then dragging her out of the elevator. It's crazy. Rice viciously assaulted her, and though he asked for another chance, NFL teams were smart enough to stay away from him for good. That same year, Adrian Peterson was indicted in Texas for assaulting his young son. He appeared in Week 1 but didn't play again in 2014 because of the legal situation. Last season, Kareem Hunt was enjoying a phenomenal sophomore year with the Kansas City Chiefs and MVP Patrick Mahomes. But the Chiefs cut Hunt after a video was released of him kicking a woman in the Cleveland hotel. The NFL suspended Hunt for the first 8 games of 2019. And finally, Ezekiel Elliott got himself into more legal trouble this offseason. He was briefly detained in Las Vegas after allegedly assaulting a security guard during a festival. It's sickening to see all of these star running backs jeopardize their careers by committing such awful, heinous acts. Can't they all just stay out of trouble and merely focus on football during the season? We're all hoping that's the case in 2019. Number 5. More Antonio Brown drama. The Pittsburgh Steelers turned Antonio Brown into an all-pro wide receiver, and they gave him a chance at winning the Super Bowl every year, and yet that just wasn't enough for the future Hall of Famer. Brown clashed with Ben Roethlisberger and other Steelers players and coaches during the regular season. Brown even sat out Pittsburgh's Week 17 contest against the Cincinnati Bengals due to a heated argument during practice with Big Ben. Brown requested a trade, and the Steelers had no choice but to grant it. They sent number 84 to the Oakland Raiders for 3rd and 4th round draft picks. Oh, but it didn't take long for the AB drama to begin in Oakland. In August, Brown suffered frostbite during a cryotherapy misadventure. He then threatened to retire since the NFL wouldn't allow him to wear his old helmet. Then Brown said he would continue to play football. Brown, that's enough. You're arguably the best wide receiver in football. You didn't want to put up with a winning culture in Pittsburgh. Now you're with the Raiders. Just focus on football and have fun. You're 31 years old now. Act like it. And please try to enjoy the remainder of your prime years. Do yourself and all of us a huge favor and just cut it out with the drama, the temper tantrums, and silly incidents. That's all you gotta do. Have fun. Number 4. Todd Gurley knee injuries. The 2017 Offensive Player of the Year was hampered by knee injuries during the 2017 postseason. Gurley missed 2 games during the regular season, but he still posted 1,251 yards and 17 rushing touchdowns, while adding 59 receptions for 580 yards and 4 receiving touchdowns. It's said that Gurley will no longer be a bell cow running back for the Rams. They want to keep him healthy and fresh, which is probably best in order to ensure he's near 100% for the playoffs. Maybe Gurley's stats will take a dip, but we still want to see him make a difference every time he gets the ball. We don't want this elite and extremely rare talent to regress in short time because of knee injuries. We've seen too many running backs slow down in their mid to late 20s. Gurley is an explosive playmaker, and it'd be a shame if injuries already began to take a toll on him. So let's hope for a happy and healthy productive Gurley in 2019. Number 3. Confusion and outrage over PI rules. Following a horrible non-call in the 2018 NFC Championship game, as well as a handful of officiating mistakes in Super Bowl 53, the NFL decided it was time to make a change. The new rule allows coaches to challenge pass interference and non-PI calls before the 2-minute warning, while officials are allowed to conduct booth reviews after the 2-minute warning. This will hopefully cut back on the many officiating mistakes that have marred the NFL for years. But at the same time, we hope there won't be any confusion nor outrage about the new rule changes. The NFL changed its definition of a catch for the 2018 season, but there were still some controversies throughout the year. Let's just hope that the new PI rules are crystal clear and that refs will be able to make the correct call. We don't want them making more and more mistakes. There should be no excuses with the new pass interference challenge rule. Number 2. The Patriots in the Super Bowl. No, Patriots fans, not everybody hates your team. Yes, I'm a Jets fan, and yes, obviously I don't want the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl, but that's literally, it's not just me. It's like everyone. Like anyone that isn't a Patriots fan doesn't really want them to go to the Super Bowl. And like, can you blame us? Really? You guys are dope. You're good. We admit it. We just don't want to see you there again. We would just like to see a change of scenery for once. That's all. Everybody got bored of the 80s 49ers and the 90s Cowboys and the 90s Chicago Bulls and this decade's Golden State Warriors. Your Patriots are no different. Seeing the same team win over and over again gets boring. The Pats have now reached 9 Super Bowls under Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. They've reached it 5 times this decade, and in 4 of the last 5 years, and in each of the last 3 seasons. They're good. We know, we get it. Like, really. The Patriots only snuck in last year because Dee Ford went offside. How else might they sneak their way into the Super Bowl? Well, the Chiefs, Colts, Chargers, Browns, and Steelers figure to push New England hard for the AFC crown in 2019. But it's the Patriots, so you never know. Let's hope for nothing more than some parity. It's not anything against the Patriots. Really, it's not. But Tom Brady doesn't need a 7th Super Bowl ring. If he got it, yeah, he's the GOAT. He's even more the GOAT. We get it. But like, you know, the city of Boston has won more than enough titles. There is no incentive for the NFL if the Patriots win another title. For once, the Patriots have a handful of heavyweight opponents to deal with in the AFC. Can one of them please just step up and end the Patriots' run? It would be nice to see another AFC team in the big game for once. Number 1. Big game controversies. The 2017 AFC Championship game was filled with officiating mistakes between the Patriots and Jaguars. All of them benefited New England. Now is a good time to remind you that Miles Jack wasn't down. Last year? Oh boy, don't get us started. The Rams would have lost the NFC title game if the refs didn't miss the most blatant pass interference call in NFL history. The refs made a series of questionable PI calls during the Chiefs-Patriots AFC title game as well. The NFL admitted that the refs missed a key penalty penalty against the Patriots in Super Bowl 53. Instead of LA getting the ball at the 1-yard line, Jared Goff wound up throwing an interception that essentially iced the game. There are officiating controversies every year, but the fact that the conference championship game and Super Bowl contest are being decided by officiating mistakes, that is inexcusable and flat out embarrassing. The NFL is doing everything they can to fix this. I don't know about everything, but you know. They've changed the catch rule. Teams can now challenge PI calls. It's not like the NFL will be immune to officiating mistakes forever, but at least they're doing their best to cut back on them. And that we can appreciate. Thanks, Goodell. You did something. Going forward, let's hope that the big games aren't decided by officiating controversies. Let's just hope that the game is decided by coaches and players themselves, and not by a horrible call or non-call. Everybody deserves a clean and fair game in 2019. What else do you not want to see during the 2019 NFL season? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. We post great content all the time. Also, I post videos on my YouTube channel, so if you want to see more of me, you should go there. If you like this video, give it a like. It takes one click right down there. Smash that like button. Subscribe to TPS because we post videos all the time. New videos all the time. Sports content. Subscribe. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. My knee.